Welcome back. We're going to talk a little bit about investment fees, and when I talk about that, there's kind of the old school fees and the kind of the newer, new wave fees that have kind of come into play over the last 7 to 10 years. And what I want you to know is, what are you paying, number one, and what are you paying for, and are you getting a value? So let's start with the traditional way in which people paid for investments. Number one is, you had the traditional sales fees. So if we had a ABC large cap growth mutual fund, in that mutual fund is going to be approximately, let's just say, 50 stocks. They are all the same stocks, whether you buy it as an A share, a B share, or a C share. That top pot where it says traditional sales fees, basically what that's saying is, how are you paying a commission to the advisor? So let's say we have ABC large cap growth mutual fund and you invest $10,000 up front. What's going to come out of that is $575 up front. It's going to go to the advisor or to the brokerage firm, and they're going to keep that, and now your investment is less than $9,500. If you select a B share, that 5.75 is going to get spread over approximately 5 years, so you pay a little more than 1% a year. And if you selected a C share, you're going to pay 1%, I don't want to say for infinity, but probably anywhere from 8 to 9 years. But what goes in tandem with that is the fund expenses. So if you had an A share, what fund expenses are is what it actually costs, not the advisor. So if I was your advisor and you selected an A, B, or C share, I'm going to get that top fee. The fund expense is going to go to the mutual fund company. So ABC Large Cap Growth is going to get 1% in order to manage those 50 stocks of the buying and selling. If you chose a B share, they're doing exactly the same thing, but they're charging you more at 1.2%. And if you did in a C share, it's at 1.4%. If I took a look at those three, someone who had an A share over 10 years would pay 16%, a B share 18%, and a C share 24%. So understand that this was the traditional way in which fees were charged. And what came along with this was some services, but it was never really clear of what they did. So let's move to the second service that I would say is very common in today, and this is how we do it, but this is how many other people do it. And this is our common fee structure. So I think we have a slide for that. And the advisory fee, it can be as high as 2%, usually averages between 1 and 1.25%. And then as you have more money, it comes down. But what are you actually getting for that? Number one, make sure you're obviously getting good investment advice. Make sure you see an investment policy statement. They're selecting funds with low fees. They're monitoring the funds, not just picking them based upon a star system. Number two, make sure that there's some retirement income planning in there, that if you need to make sure you have enough money for retirement, to make sure that you put a plan together for that. Tax advice. Not all advisors will do that. Make sure that they can coordinate with the CPA. They might be able to manage your investments better if they have some expertise on the tax side. They can review your insurance. We can also look at estate planning. And I think the most important thing is customer service. Make sure they're listening to you. Make sure you're actually getting a value, because I think when we look at this, whether you're paying 1% or 5% up front or whatever it is, make sure that you're getting that value. So what I want to show you is, what does 1% look like over time? So let's take a look at this chart. And I know there's a lot of numbers here, but if we took a look at the left side of the page, it was what the market did from 2003 to 2019. And if we looked at what the S&P 500 did, on the left side of the page, if you didn't pay a fee to anyone, you had $500,000. In 2019, you would have had $1.7 million. Now go to the right side, and let's say you took an average fee that you were paying someone of 1.10%. That same portfolio, 16 years later, would be $1.4 million. That's a difference of almost $300,000. So when we look at that, $300,000 is nothing, to laugh at, and that is so important. So I think my point is this: save money where you can save it. Make sure that if you are paying someone a fee, you're getting a value for it. You're not just paying it because there's a person that represents you. Make sure there's an ongoing value. So I think it's very important. Remember, 1% makes a difference. When we come back, we're going to answer a viewer question about how to react to today's stock market. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Successful Living. I've got a question from a viewer. Christine from Cranston asks, I'm 50 years old and I don't plan on retiring until I'm at least 62. Since the market has done so poorly so far this year, what is the best course of action? So I think, again, loaded question, and it depends. There's three scenarios. One, if you're allocated correctly, stay the course. Number two, you may consider rebalancing your portfolio. So if you had a 60-40 portfolio where 60% was in equities, 40% in bonds, it's probably 50-50 now. That's an opportunity to actually rebalance, buy low, and make it 60-40 again. And number three, if you're currently withdrawing, make sure you talk to your advisor, and maybe you should be taking from what hasn't lost money yet instead of proportionately. We thank you for joining us this week on Successful Living. Hope you have a great week. See you next week.